What is happening, guys? It's Jew coming to you with another comic book review. But before I get started, yes, I do comic book reviews, trailer reactions, film reaction podcasts, commentating stories, cool stuff, all kind of good stuff. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started on this. This week I'm going to be reviewing or doing my review on Transformers. Transformers now has transitioned into Image Comics, and yeah, so as you can see back there, I am a Transformers fan. There's Optimus there with an Autobot symbol. There's a Decepticon with a Megatron right there as well. So that's one proof. The other proof is I've watched all the films since '07. I've also grew up watching the cartoons in the 80s and early 90s. And yeah, I've always been I even had the action figure. Man, I wish I still had it to this day. It would have been like, I had an Optimus Prime action figure. It was like a truck, and then you was able to transform it into a humanoid robot. Yeah, that'd be cool if I still had that. Man, I didn't save a lot of stuff growing up. Everything just kind of faded to the trash. But yeah, I've been kind of anticipating this. And it's on. They went to Image Comics, and it came out October 4th, and that was cool. I read it yesterday. I did do a review, and I realized I was recording on the wrong scene on my OBS, and production was bad, so I decided to do it again. Now I just want to say, like, I read this, and this is it's cool. I think it's an okay book. I'm not going to sit there and say it's like the greatest, and I'm not going to say I'm in love with it, and I can't wait. I am curious of what's coming up, but so I'm just going to break down little bits and pieces of what's going on here. So this is basically Optimus, and it's also the main characters is probably going to be the two kids. It's like a little girl and a boy. The boy is having issues with his dad, and I know the relationship's a little rocky with his dad, I guess. And I guess he's basically says he wants to grow up and be an astronaut. He told his dad what he wants to be. Him and the girl, they decide to go to this place, this area where they pretend they're on the new planet. They pretend they're out of space on a different planet. But while they're in this area, I think it's over there by a quarry or something, a rock quarry or something. Something probably that looks very isolated. While they're over there, something happened. The gravel, the ground or something, they fell into this area. They saw all these sleeping or deep state, unconscious robots. And Optimus was obviously one of them, and then some of them had actually started to wake them up. The kid and the girl started to hide, and boom, Starscream and all kinds of other Autobots and Decepticons had appeared. And Optimus did wake up, and this fight broke out between the Decepticons and Autobots because at first there was a little confusion, realizing they've been asleep for a long time. They didn't realize they was on Earth. And because I know Optimus referred, when he saw the humans, he referred to them as little creatures of this planet. So he started protecting them and whatnot, but he didn't know why he was. He just was. And the kids didn't know what side to take during the battle, but they assumed to take the Autobot side. They just said, hey, you think we should go take that side? And they did. It's an interesting story because this is like the beginning. Because if you look at the movie, when they came down to Earth. Well, the '07 movie, Shia LaBeouf, they came down to Earth to get something about the cube that was found in the ice glaciers or Antarctica or whatever by Witwicky, the great grandfather Witwicky. Which I don't know if that has any connection with the cartoon or the books. I can't even quite remember. But just bringing that up because they've been to Earth before at that time. So it's not like they've never been to Earth. If you look at the most recent movie where they were in the 90s, of course they've been to Earth because Bumblebee was supposed to happen in the 80s. But '07, so that means all these stories that we have watched from the movies, and then you talk about the cartoon, and then you talk about the comic books. We don't know. I don't even know what the time zone of this is, but they literally woke up and realized what planet they're on because they're calling them the little creatures. They're like, this must be the little creatures because they have, in other words, they never had contact with humans. So this is definitely like a fresh start for Transformers. And but they can't get back to Earth, to Cybertron, because they need some more energy on, and that's what the other I want to say Starscream or someone was using, what gave them energy to actually wake up. So yeah, so it's interesting to see where this plays out because they are not used to where they are, but they can't leave because they're however they got here, they don't have the energy on. So I know somewhat of it, but I'm trying to figure out how it end up um, stuck with Earth. And if you think about the other books that we read, and I'm gonna do a review on, I might do a review on it. I done a review on 1 and 2 of Void Rivals, because Jetfire is in this book. Jetfire is in this book. Jetfire is in this Transformers book, but Jetfire also made an appearance in Void Rivals, where he was in a deep sleep, or he woke up and those humanoid species had ran across Jetfire. So there is a connection with the universe of Void Rivals. Void Rivals is what introduced us to let us know that Transformers was coming. And at the end of I guess at the end of the Void Rivals is also let us know that I think G.I. Joe is going to be in Image Comics as well. At some point, I think next month or maybe next year. I don't remember exactly when. There's like Snake Eyes, Duke, and stuff like that. They have books coming, standalones, by the way. But so I guess I would assume they'll do another crossover between Transformers and GI Joe. So, anyways, this is a okay, good book. I'm not going to sit there and say it's the best. I would say I was not as excited after reading it. I would say I was okay with it. I wasn't disappointed, but I just thought it just didn't leave me with that, oh my God, I can't, this is great, I can't wait. So I would say that this is worth the read, and I am interested to see what happens in part 2, because they are on Earth and they need to figure out how to get back to their planet. They don't got no energy on, and they're also just now getting in contact with humans. So there's a lot going on that I want to understand the time period. I want to understand how this connection will even happen. And yeah, so I mean, I like this cover too. This cover is awesome. Optimus. There's quite a few covers that I could have gotten, but I just stuck with this. This is cool. I like it. So yeah, that's Transformers from Image Comics. I'll give it if you want to say a 1 out of 10, right now I'll just give it a 6. I just think there could have been a little bit more exciting parts in it, but I think it's a 6 for right now. Now this thing could have a nice little build up, and it could become something, or it could become just kind of more of the average level. As what I rate this right now, just more of an average. So, but yeah, Transformers, Image Comics. I think you should check it out. Let me know what y'all think too. If you read this, do you think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm right? What's your thoughts on this? Yeah, Optimus.